The bishop sent us a young Irish priest to be our chaplain. His name was Father John Roach. He and I started off the first time and became close friends all through his life. We went on vacations together, like lots of them. I'd go to his house and he'd come to my house. He was my golfing partner for 30 years, tennis partner. Everything you can do, we did together. We were fun. So I was doing that Sarah work. Being around priests a lot, I picked up a tremendous respect and awe and admiration for the priesthood. That's still with me today. Whenever I see the Roman collar, I just light up. I just respect those men so much. It's a part of who I am. At that same time, they were going to move to they ought to build a St. John's Betty Seminary on the St. Thomas campus. I was given the job to act as the liaison between the archdiocese and the builder. I got to hire the architect, I got to hire the builder, the subcontractors, set the budget, and stay with the project through the whole thing. It took about 2.5 years. It seemed that job was just barely done, and I was asked by Father Fraley to do the same thing on his campus, except there we knocked down a couple of buildings and built a whole new campus there for 120 minutes. And that's a fine building, built to very high standards.
Which building?
The St. Paul Seminary, the residence hall. Well, that job was finished. Father Dennis Neese was the pastor of the Basilica of Minneapolis. He called me and asked me to have lunch with him. The building was falling down, the roof was leaking. I said, Dennis, he's a friend of mine. he's like my son, so I don't call him Father. I said, Dennis, if you ever do something, call me, I'll give your building committee some tips. He's already talked to my board of directors. They want you to be in charge. We tried to put on that building a 200-year roof. It's a historic monument, so we have to work through all the government agencies, so don't step on their toes. And I tell you, that's the finest, that's the most meaningful job I ever did, because it's so thorough. It's just a wonderful job. We took the same team from there to St. Paul and built the cathedral. Now, each one of these projects takes between 2 and 3 years. And so, as I was getting older, I did some smaller work, buildings at the Chancery, and I did advising to different priests on their building projects. I got involved with this building we're in right now. I was asked to be a member of the Catholic Social Service. They were trying to build a first-class nursing home in Highland Park in St. Paul. And they all had money. But they weren't getting anywhere. For 10 years, they never got anything done. So they asked me to come on the board because I had a history of getting things done in the construction. I got a call one night from an attorney, Don Jardine. He said, Dick, they want you to be the president. I said, I don't want to be president. He says, if you don't become president, we're going to take our tent and fold it, and fold the corporation and walk away. I said, you can't do that. We worked for 10 years. Shortly after, Mounts Park Hospital, where you're sitting, it was vacant. We could buy it for a song. So they abandoned the idea of building a nursing home in Highland Park, and they bought this. And I signed the papers and bought the Mounts Park Hospital, and we named it the Marian Center. And that's the building right now. So I've been a part of this thing for a long time.